This is a Hot Pie Original.
We're in new territory on legal defense. This is hilarious. Not only is it hilarious defense, you might as well try, right? You know those knuckleheads that stormed the Capitol in January? I mean, that is like that whole crowd is like a Coen Brothers movie. What a bunch of buffoons. Dateless, sexless buffoons. But if you're defending them, because, you know, of course, the knuckleheads that stormed the Capitol, the terrorists, honestly, they, of course, were filming themselves. So it's not been too tough to go and round them up in their mom's basement. It's not too tough to find them on dating apps or wherever these losers are. But so here's a guy, we finally capture him, and he's a nut job. He's a terrorist. I mean, there's no spinning this. These are terrorists. Reported today, this is thehill.com. Check out this defense. You might as well try. A lawyer for an accused Capitol rioter says his client had Foxitis. Yep, spelled just like you would think. You mean he's not a moron? He got tricked? You mean your client's not stupid, a dateless loser living with his mom still? You mean he got tricked? The lawyer's saying he had Foxitis. Yes, that's the term. Quotations, Foxitis. His client had Foxitis after watching Fox News too often. During a virtual hearing. God, what a conversation that must have been. Hey, man, what are you going to do for me? Not much. You're screwed. I'm going to try Foxitis, but I don't think it's going to work. I think your ass is in trouble, but we're going to give it a shot. Are you crazy? Yeah, I'm crazy. All right, we're trying to add to that by Foxitis, okay? Play along with me. Let's get in the courtroom. So, what if he wins? What if the guy gets off because of Foxitis? You know, some of them in the same kind of theory have, again, I don't think it's that much of a stretch. If I'm going to be a juror right now deciding the fate of these terrorists, I really do believe they're that stupid and they worship Trump so much or Fox News so much. I do think they have the itis. Trumpitis, Foxitis, Newsmaxitis, stupiditis, whatever. They've got the itis. I'm not disagreeing with the diagnosis. He has the itis. So Father's Day is coming up. You're doing the gift boxes. Yep. So here's something that's certainly not a tie or a sweater or a pair of socks. Not a bad idea.
Well, I think it's great if you don't know what to get your dad. I mean, get him some hot sauce. That way he can prove how much of a man he is, right? And this hot sauce will go great, and your dad will love it. So I think it makes a great gift box. You can go to our website and find those there. It come in packs of 4. It's a great box you just give to your dad and say, listen, here, Dad, thanks for being my dad. And it's not that sock that's just going to go in a drawer. It's not that gift card that's going to go in a wallet, never be used again. It's actually something he can share with his friends. And so I think it's a great idea.
All right, order a box now. It's atxhotsauce.com, atxhotsauce.com. During a virtual hearing, a lawyer for Anthony Antonio. Well, there's your problem right there, Tony. You got the same name. Boy, dateless loose. See what happens, America, when you have no dates? See what happens? This is what happens. A bunch of dudes together. I could use the same example. I've used it many times. The problem in downtown Austin on a weekend on 6th Street is it's a bunch of dateless losers. The longer a bunch of dudes are together, the worse things get. You throw a date in there, they have a date or something else, they don't urinate on each other or fight. But what happened on January 6th? A bunch of dateless losers with no end in sight, no sex in sight. They did the equivalent of 6th Street on a weekend. They urinated on each other and got drunk. Same thing. During a virtual hearing, a lawyer for Anthony Antonio explained that his client began watching Fox News often after he lost his job at the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic. I mean, what a day that is. 6-pack of beer and Fox News all day. That's what'll happen to you. See, remember the ad? Here's your brain on drugs. Here's your brain on Fox. You'll get the itis. Sit in your underwear long enough, drink enough beer, smoke enough unfiltered cigarettes, you'll get the itis. It can happen to anybody. His lawyer said, Joseph Hurley's the attorney. Who wants to hire Joe now? Anybody want to hire Joseph Hurley? Quote, he became hooked with what I call Foxitis or Foxmania. he became interested in the political aspect and started believing what he was being fed. My client, my loser, dateless client, lost his job. He got in his underwear. He didn't leave his mom's house for 3 months and he got the itis. You get the itis, look what happens to you. Stop the itis. I don't want to happen to anybody else on this planet. I don't want anyone else to get the itis. Let him go and he'll be cleared of the itis. Get some penicillin and the itis is gone. It's that simple. The cure is very simple. A job, some sex, and get out of bed before noon. You will not get the itis. Got it, America?